Good old Chris Stuckmann. For anyone that's ever looked up a film review on YouTube, that name ought to sound pretty familiar, considering he's regarded as one of the pioneers of film criticism here on the platform, always delivering hard-hitting analysis and in-depth commentary. Well, that wasn't until last year when he decided to pull his punches on Madam Web of all damn things and said he wouldn't be making negative remarks anymore because he wanted to appreciate film more than critique it.
Right.
Critiquing film is what made you popular in the first place, you asshole. Anyway, come to find out this decision was influenced by his own entry into the filmmaking industry with his writing and directorial debut, Shelby, hitting film festivals last year and finally getting a theatrical release this weekend. And well, I'm not gonna pull my punches like you did, dear Chris, so buckle up, viewers, because just like my old staff sergeant used to tell us, we're going deep, we're going hard, we're probably gonna get our dicks wet while we do it. Shelby Oaks. Let's talk about it.
Say what again? Say what again? Say what again? Say what again?
So, right off the bat, this film is going to feel very, very familiar if you're a fan of horror. Within the first couple of minutes, I caught major Grave Encounters vibes, mostly surrounding all the typical found footage nonsense and the disappearance of the host, Riley Brennan, but then towards the midway point, you could have convinced me this was a Blair Witch Project sequel.
Fuck.
And don't even get me started on that film, but no harm, no foul, right? I guess we all draw inspiration from somewhere, but I'm just letting y'all know this is where the film's going without spoiling anything. If those styles sound kind of contradictory to themselves, that's because they are. But real quick, for those new to the channel, we actually encourage conversation over here. So if you've got a particular opinion about this film or Chris Stuckmann himself, go ahead and speak your mind, even if you disagree with what I have to say. I don't believe in holding or deleting any comments, and I always make sure to answer everyone in due time. Just attack opinions, not people. Get it? Got it? Good. Now back to getting Stuckmannized. The first act of Shelby Oaks is all about Riley going missing, police investigating what happened, the analysis of the footage from her YouTube channel and other tapes that authorities find, only to come to a screeching halt, swaps up styles entirely, and then attempts to tell a more traditional horror story through Riley's sister, Mia.
But why?
I say attempt because it was actually more interesting trying to determine what other films Stuckmann was borrowing from than what was actually happening on screen. Well, until Mia starts doing the dumbest shit possible.
Hold on to your butts.
Look, as critics, and I'm obviously a very small fry by comparison, but still, we watch and analyze things so much that things like cliches and tropes become grating after a while because you're seeing the same story elements, the same character beats, the same shit over and over again. And you would think with how long Stuckmann has been doing this, he'd try his best to steer clear of some of them. But nope. Mia decides to do just some of the most retarded shit imaginable. Like, why the fuck are you going to that abandoned place in the middle of the night? How did you even get there? When you come up against an otherworldly force in said place, why didn't you haul 6 shades of shark shit back home instead of going to another abandoned place in the middle of the damn night?
Really?
Why did you decide to go into that one house with that one person all by your damn self again in the middle of the night? Why didn't you immediately call the police? And why is it that in all of these horror films, nobody has a gun? You're in Ohio, Mia, for Christ's sake.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
Even some of the character motivations are out of place here. You mean to tell me that after all the wild, outright absurd shit Mia and her husband have been through regarding Riley, that he wouldn't believe a perfectly plausible theory she presents to him? With evidence? Nope, we gotta do the husband doesn't believe the wife cliche that we've seen 1,000 fucking times already so she can wander off by herself in the middle of the night. You know, I'm really hung up on that part. You know all this crazy shit is going down, Mia, and you can't just wait till the morning to go and investigate?
Are you retarded?
And did I miss something in regards to why this particular family is being attacked in the first place? Like, we know this has been an ongoing thing since Mia and Riley were kids, but why them? The entire plot hinges on the two girls being haunted, but it's never explained why they're haunted. Is the paranormal thing just a fucking dick or something? Ugh. There's too many conveniences. Things come and go whenever the plot needs them to. Characters don't have a lick of fucking common sense, and it all gives way to an emotional tone that feels off-putting and a story that never feels complete.
He's out of line, but he's right.
But I'd be lying if I said Shelby Oaks wasn't a good-looking film, especially considering it was done on a small budget, which, correct me if I'm wrong, was entirely crowdfunded. Stuckmann knows what he's doing behind the camera. He knows how to frame a scene right. He knows how to capture the emotion of the characters and the dark, dismal setting around them. Speaking of the setting, though, everything is mostly done practically with on-site filming, which I applaud, even though quite a few scenes they do this pissy-looking Silent Hill filter thing. And I say mostly practical because there's one section where the CGI looks worse than a fucking PlayStation 2 game.
You serious?
Oh yeah, and there's a reason I can't find any photos or stills of that particular scene to put in this video, because if I was Stuckmann, I wouldn't want to put that shit out there either. I will say though, it's very obvious he had a lot of passion for this film, for obvious reasons really, which was reflected in how serious the actors took it. Dumb fuckery aside, everyone had great performances, and there were some veteran actors in here that I was actually pretty shocked to see, like Michael Beach, Keith David, and even Derek Mears. The standout, though, is our main character, Mia, portrayed by Camille Sullivan, who provides the emotional center of the story, but fuck me, even though there's some serious talent and dedication here, everyone besides Sullivan is written like a black hole, playing into whatever necessary archetype is needed with next to no development, which just makes them all feel hollow, you know?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
What I'm trying to say is that for the most part, Shelby Oaks looks good. It's captured pretty well, all the actors do their best, and I think it competently borrows elements from other well-known films. But at the end of the day, the screenplay is just a contrived, tonally vague mess of a thing. Which begs the question, we happy?
You were saying something about best intentions?
As much as I want to tear Chris Stuckmann two new assholes in the most inconvenient of places on his body, he did quite a few things right, which is more than I can say for a lot of the shit coming out of Hollywood nowadays. I didn't outright hate Shelby Oaks, nor did I completely love it. It was entertaining for what it was, and that's pretty much it. I will say this though, for someone like Stuckmann, who's seen an entire world of stupid shit in films over the many, many years he's been critiquing them, he sure did play into a lot of it. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for checking out my review. I'll talk to y'all later.